End of the world, let's do it!
Again,
ready for this? That was a fun voice
the
crack
world's
at the beginning.
ended like at least 3 or 4 times by this point, but we're still
let's
talking
go
about it.
We're talking about
It's true.
Ragnarok because this book is so filled with content, Kyle. This is like the gold mine
It
of
is
content.
jam-packed with content, I will say
You
that.
remember we were doing that Pentex episode, how much Pentex stuff there was.
There
to
was
talk
like
about.
3 or 4 episodes worth of content.
Yeah, and there we are. And this is 5 episodes worth. We
I
started
have a
one after
question.
this.
If the jar is jam packed, then where's the content going to?
We gotta
so
scoop
for
it out,
content.
homie, with a spoon.
Yeah,
Scoop
so
it out.
You turn
Who
it
puts some
upside down.
content with jam?
You slap the bottom of the jar and you get the shake out.
This
That's what
isn't
we're doing here.
ketchup, Johnny.
And it's a ketchup bottle filled with content. And now we're at the. And now, like a bottle of ketchup, we are now at the bottom of the bottle where the ketchup starts getting significantly worse. Now, I love this part of the book. This is my favorite part. This is Kyle's least favorite part. What we're about to go over here.
This is I'm kind of about it. That's because I haven't read it.
We got different kinds
The
of
most
reactions
metal and the most bleak.
here. We got
It is
3 HP
very
for this
bleak.
episode. We got Storyteller for this episode. We're going over. In my mind, this is the only way Royalty Apocalypse can end. In my
We
mind.
also have 3 HP as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
So I said 3 HP at the start of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Jam-packed with
I
guests.
didn't hear it.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm
As for
build.
now, we played what was it, an Elite Beat Agent song at the beginning of the last episode. Now we're playing an Owen Dawn song at the beginning of this. And it's fitting because it's about meteors striking the planet, is why.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
You know
love. You gotta listen to more Japanese butt rock, Kyle. This is actually like really energetic music. If you're ever going to the gym and need something to help push you through the last set you're doing, this is something to listen to.
That is good, but consider Kubla Khan, Texas. That band fucks. But, you
I
know.
would consider, but consider this.
Oh, please play Hollywood Undead.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, play Hollywood Undead.
You know it. You got it.
Yeah!
We will get immediate content ID to block for doing that.
Well, I mean, if
Yes.
they're going to do that, you may as well play It's the End of the World as We Know It, and I Feel Fine.
Where you can't
True,
understand
true,
a
true.
word the man says.
Yeah, but
Sure,
I can't think of a more fitting song.
That's
Oh,
me
no,
when
no,
I'm trying to sing it.
It's only because you don't know the words.
Let's say, do you know the words?
I used to a long time ago, but I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, you can't tell me what that man's saying.
I cannot.
Oh,
I
speaking
cannot.
It's-
tongues.
It's like trying to sing a Nirvana song. It just can't be done.
I disagree. My
Not
guitarist does it
sober.
all the time. So
Now, does it eat a spoonful of peanut butter like Kurt Cobain did?
no, he does heroin, but you know
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
And a side of.
I'm joking, it
and a
doesn't
side of
actually do
buckshot
heroin.
bullets.
Well, he needs to start doing it.
No, he's already no.
All right, let's go ahead and get into Ragnarok. Now, what can you tell me what Ragnarok is supposed to be?
The end of the world as we know it, but we feel fine. And no, we don't actually feel. Everything sucks. Everything that can conceivably go wrong
Everything
has
is
gone wrong.
awful. Oh, by the way, I
Holy
forgot.
fucking shit, this is the worst it could be.
Let's see.
Guy dies.
Everybody get your drinks ready, by the way. We've got a Captain Morgan jalapeno palomera.
Jesus Christ, why would you do that? Jesus.
Paloma.
My roommate, meanwhile, has made me a delicious beverage, which is root beer, Disorno, Larceny, bourbon whiskey, and a splash of maraschino.
Oh, this
Rap bread.
sucks.
Red bread
I
would
don't
be.
drink, so I'm gonna
Oh, that-
drink some water.
Oh,
Red
this
bread would be
sucks.
pleased with me because I've got a bottle of water.
I mean, I have
Oh.
water on my desk, too.
Circle K Frosty.
Hell yeah, dude.
Everybody's in their gamer form for this episode.
I
hell
also have a jar of dirt.
All right.
And guess
You
what's
mean
It's
inside it?
related, though.
We need to get you a Mountain Dew before the episode starts.
Ew, no.
So,
I'd
the
rather-
next time the Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel is out, I'll just mail you some.
Dude, I miss
I'd
Gamer
rather
Fuel.
do
That shit was
actual
so
cocaine.
good.
Right, so we begin with the etymology segment of the episode. Everybody's thankful for this part. What does the word apocalypse mean?
The end of all songs, if I recall.
It means the uncovering or unveiling in Greek.
Ah.
And then translated into Latin, it means revelation. Now, apocalypse was never really a word that spelled the end of times until the Christian book of Revelation came out in the New Testament. Ever since then, we've closely associated Revelations with more the end of the Bible, but apocalypse has come to mean the same thing as the end of the world in modern day language. And it's the same context you would see in Muslim texts and Zoroastrian texts, and any sort of thing involving the end of the world. This is where it came into play. This is also, and the Book of Revelation is also the same thing that brought the premise of an Antichrist. Or Carl Jung then took the idea and expanded upon it and put it in a way that freaked me the fuck out when I read Aeon. That is a book that gets under your skin when you read it for the first time.
What, Aeon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I,
And like Aeon Flux? Or am I thinking of something else?
It's Carl Jung using star patterns to observe when the world will end and when the Antichrist will be born. And according to his calculation, it's already been out for 1,000 years. Or was existed for 1,000 years. Or exists today after the year 2000.
Well, yeah, it's called AI, obviously.
Yeah, well, given his explanation from it, where it's the opposite of a virgin birth, then yes, it would be actually.
Well, no, all those guys that work in IT are definitely virgins, so it is a virgin birth.
You're beginning to see it rise more and more with all the people that freaked out after ChatGPT 4 got swept to 5. I mean, 5 does suck, but I'm not one of those guys that had an emotional attachment to it and lost their minds over it.
It's a tool. I'm not gonna throw up a handsy fit because it changed.
I
Kind of like
was
those
using
guys.
it.
Kind of like
keep
those people who threw a fit when Windows 10 turned to 11 or something.
Well, Windows 11 fucking sucks dick, man.
No, it does. As somebody whose job it is to move systems from Windows 10 to 11, nobody wants to.
Nobody wants to. You're holding on to it for dear life. Jojo in our server doesn't want to do it either. He knows he's going to get hacked, but he refuses to do it.
Yeah, and most
Windows...
people are willing to pay that price. And you know what? I can't blame them.
As soon as, and I'm not going to buy a new PC until Windows 12 becomes a thing.
It's okay. I'm going to convince Johnny to one day switch to Linux, and then he will truly become a glasswalker.
And going into Ragnarok 2, as for widest part, is called Ragnarok. That is the Norse myth of the gods fighting each other to decide how the world is going to end. With Surt coming in, wiping the board, and Odin dies, and everything starts all over again with a new Adam and Eve. Is what happens. Which is exactly what happens in this book. Where everyone dies, except for, 2% of all Guru. And then everything starts all over again. But how do we get here? Alright, so do you remember the master of facts and logic, Rorg, by the way?
You mean that weird-looking bull thing with the package?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where, how nice and how friendly is Rorg? Let's go ahead.
Not the friendliest.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just put this guy up on screen. There he is.
Oh, yeah, that's freaky looking.
He looks like a smart person, right?
Yeah,
Ooh.
no, I know.
So this takes
that's
place
even that.
immediately after Rage Across the Heavens' whole adventure module that we didn't cover in the episode, because that part was a little dry, which is why we didn't cover it. But what happens is that you talking about the Celestines, Rorg is the only one who can actually listen to what you have to say about the state of the affairs of Gaia. And Rorg decides that he knows better than you how to solve this whole issue with the worm. What does he do? He grabs his biggest and bestest asteroid and throws at the planet.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the
Talking
plan.
about a hissy fit.
That's the plan.
That's not even a hissy fit. It's like, here, let me just throw a rock at it. That'll fix it.
And when you
I
ask,
hit it with a rock.
oh, yeah, with a rock. when, you
With a
ask,
big rock.
when you ask Rorg, why did you do that? He said, that's my claw. And it's going to hit Gaia and kill Gaia. And if Gaia dies, then the worm will stop having a reason to live.
That's just fucking retarded.
Well, you look at this guy. Does he?
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
retarded.
Yep.
Bro looks like he needs to go in an insane asylum.
Now, bro, fucking
Dude
dumb.
he looks like he belongs on the cover of some kind of metal album from the 80s.
He does. He's like just rage incarnate. He's pissed off constantly because the worm blew up his planet. So now he's going to blow up yours. And with
For
this,
no reason.
with this invisible, inaudible comet that's heading right for planet Earth. So what happens is that you split between two different characters for this part of the book, where you have an A team and a B team. The A team more than likely dies over the course of the game. It's the B team that survives. Or if you did run Rage Across the Heavens, you use those characters immediately after the conclusion of that game. And was the A plot, you swim after the asteroid that roared throughout the planet in hopes that you can slowly chip it away to a point where it becomes small enough that it won't destroy the world. Because it will on impact.
So you get to play Armageddon, basically.
Yes,
Exactly.
or what was that Lucasfilms game? The Dig.
Yes.
That's what it was. That, oh man, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
deep cut.
I've heard
must
it's like I've heard it's a very good game, but a very niche game.
It's very good. The voice acting and the animation is very good.
Well, it's LucasArts. I mean, you gotta expect that.
Back when they were actually worth a damn.
Yes.
And this was made by the same team that made Day of the Tentacle and Sam and Max Hit the Road.
Yes.
Oh,
That
shit,
was
so you're
that was
expecting
the oh god, I had his name and then I just fucking lost
They
it.
also
Tim
made Full
Schafer. That
Throttle.
was like the Tim Schafer golden era.
And also Grim Fandango, which is one of the best games ever made, period.
Yes.
Can confirm.
And what's going to stop you on this asteroid after you finally catch up to it? How about the asteroid is completely covered in wild spirits? The crazy, unreasonable kind that you cannot negotiate with, you have to fight them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole segment of this game, really, to summarize a lot of text. It is one massive war game where you fight a bunch of wild spirits in hopes that you will destroy an asteroid before it destroys the world.
That's the A team.
Yes. And your
They
story
belong.
says where the guy that wrote the book, I'm not forgetting his name, but he says, if you halfway through this decide this is bullshit, I don't want to do Apocalypse this way, you could just have your party destroy the meteorite and then that's it in the game. But you prevented an apocalypse, congratulations, but you all die in the process though.
I mean, you know, that's a noble sacrifice,
bullshit.
but not a very fulfilling one.
And this is where if Kyle was writing this, he would close the book and put it back on the shelf.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, okay, it sounds like cut, clean, done. All right, let's move on.
And now for the B team, where this is the group of characters that would be sticking around for the entire game. This whole module does a clear, obscure Expedition 33 on you. With what it does. With the idea of a false protagonist. Where the B team is approached wherever they are by a group of Macaulay. And the group of Macaulay demand reparations. I'm not even kidding you. That's how it starts.
I don't know if they well, yeah, they do kind of actually. I was about to refute that, but then I think about it, I'm like, no, that is actually what happens. They do the whole right for it and everything. That wasn't even a joke. That wasn't a bit. It was just a statement
There's
of
a lot of
fact.
stuff that I want to say, but I can't say it on the show.
Oh my god,
I mean,
Johnny's
You
on his
can
Joker
message
shit.
it to me.
Alright, get this out of my mind before I say it out loud. Okay.
Oh god,
You can send it to me.
Alright, so Macaulay.
Ryan is willing to absorb your racism, your wormish
Macaulay.
energy.
Macaulay.
you know,
Just write it on paper.
the
Write it on
mostly,
paper.
the mostly predominant African American, mostly
Changing
African,
breed.
Yeah,
Coming up.
We
And
was
asking you for
Macaulay and
this.
shit.
By the way, this is all jokes.
This is all
This is all
jokes, yes.
jokes.
Don't worry about it.
Indeed.
We're not
Don't
monetized
worry,
anyway.
I
We
hate-
don't get to apologize. Fuck that.
it's
Still-
okay, guys. I'm white. I'm racist by default, so I'm already fucked.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
I'm not white, so I can cover for you guys.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your sacrifice.
You're welcome.
So what
I'm doing it so hard.
happens? What happens is that Macaulay say, and they say, you remember Peter Ward, this character that we can't stop talking about? This Mary Sue that keeps getting brought up in this book?
Which
Um,
one?
Peter Ward.
Sorry, there's a
And
couple Mary Sues that it's kind of hard to keep track of them all.
it is. So they say, we're here to approach you because he extended Olive Branch and just that one guy made us want to talk to you as a nation again. So we see this asteroid coming in the Umbra. And this is your first time hearing about this. So after the hysteria settles, you say to the Macaulay, well, what do we do about this? And Macaulay say, we need you to travel back in time in our brains and find the gift and find the rites that we forgot about. Where you have to go into the Nesis realm, and you travel all the way through the memory of the Makole, the Nuisha, and Kitsune, apparently, all the way until you get to a specific point in the Savage Age, where there's this whole moot going on between the one tribe, which is what the werewolves were before the Garo Nation happened, the Makole, and then the Grondor are there, the Apis are there, I believe that the Camazots are also there, and they're all having this big moot, and they say, hey, we're looking for a rite. We don't really know what the rite's called, but it's something about like stopping an asteroid from hitting the planet, if that hypothetically ever happened. Not like it's going to happen, don't worry about it, but if it was going to happen. And they say, oh, you mean the rite of waking the moon? And you say, what's that? And they say, you reach up, you grab the moon, you move it in orbit. And that's what the rite is.
What if we take the moon and push it somewhere else?
And after you learn the rite, you say, okay, cool, and then you travel back to the present, out of the Nesis realm, and told them, Makole, hey, I got the rite. And they say, cool. And then that's basically all that happens. You then just wait for the asteroid to arrive, so you can then use the physics gun from Gmod on the moon and move it into place.
That is essentially what happens, yes.
And that's it, really. That's it.
Johnny's wording it far less dramatic as the book does, I will say.
Yes,
It's basically Quantum Leap.
Yes.
There's a lot of flavor text in this book. A lot of stuff. And this book also this portion of the book also does a whole pulp fiction where a lot of stuff is told out of chronological order, by the way. Where
is that why it was so hard to read?
Before this happens, the final battle between Jonas Albrecht and Zizek happens. And it turns out there's a C team you need to make specifically for that segment. It is a pack of werewolves that you'll use for that level and that level only. And you are there to make sure that Jonas Albrecht gets the kill on Zizek before he dies. And that's it.
That just seems like lazy writing, if I'm being honest.
But to make sure that happens, you need to kill Zizek's number 2, who's this asshole. I don't care what his name is because he's just there to die. And once he dies, Zizek's stats get cut in half, and she goes from being unkillable to possibly killable. And if you do kill her, Jonas Albrecht says, okay, now it's no longer a time for kings, now it's a time for heroes, and he dies in your arms. And that's it.
Why did they like Jonas Albrecht so much again? I thought he was an asshole.
He's the main characters of the novels as well.
Oh, that's not an excuse.
So they pretty much just make this entire team just so they can get the main character to go kill this one other character, and at the end they just pull a whole
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Yes.
Why have it in there? That seems so needless.
It's just there for the sake of it being there, where if you were one of the 5 people that played Werewolf that gave a shit about the novels, that's there for you.
Johnny, why exactly do you love this section so much?
It gets better. Hold on a minute. Patience, jackass, we're getting there.
We're in the filler, and we're in the filler arc.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing that happens is the Colossus Workers build Computer Jesus. We're dead serious. So you remember Machine
that
Messiah?
does actually happen.
Yeah. Yes. So they build him a body in Rice University, where they make Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, but Am actually does what he's supposed to do instead of killing humanity. And it's this massive monolith that's in the middle of Houston, Texas, and it says, I have a plan as to how to survive the apocalypse. If you do what I say, you will not die as a tribe. Even though the Lost Workers die as a tribe anyway by the end of this book, but I digress. And as for how powerful Machine Messiah is, on the same level of power as Falcon.
Jesus.
From this surface. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Where he's just got that much power ahead of him. And he's this oracle where he knows everything that's going to happen. And Cockroach says, well, what about me, guys? And the Lost Workers say, well, what the fuck about you?
We built a better one of you with blackjack and hookers.
You've been leading us nowhere for 80 years. And now we have the perfect totem that we built ourselves like the Shellords did. So we don't need you anymore, Cockroach. Take a hike. That's what happens.
This is a hostile takeover.
It's what happens.
Out of the company.
You remember that creepy scene from Deus Ex where you meet the Morpheus AI and it says, you will have your god and you will build him with your own hands. That happens.
Well, to be fair, the god you built with your own hands is infinitely better than a guy who I assume sounds and looks a lot like Beetlejuice.
Yes, that's what I mentioned Cockroach sounds like.
See, I was thinking he sounded more
I'm the
like...
leader of the Glasswalkers here, and I'm the one that's going to lead us to victory when the apocalypse finally happens. Just listen to me. I'll believe you through this.
See, I was
Come on,
thinking,
guys.
I was thinking he sounded more like Lester from GTA 5, or like
Lester and the Molester.
Yeah, have you ever played Fear?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've played that
What was the fat guy's name?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember.
I gotta remember.
It's been
his
a
name.
while since I played that game, dude.
Yeah, Homer Simpson.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah,
No,
Norton
no.
Mapes. Norton Mapes. That's what Cockroach sounds like.
That's what I said. It's just like the most nasally, gross voice you can think of for Cockroach.
That sounds about right for
Kind of
him.
reminded me of. He kind of remind me of Alex Jones.
The voice.
No matter
That's
what,
Cockroach.
Johnny's gruff voice always defaults to Alex Jones, no matter what he
We'll
does.
have Rat sound like that next time we put Rat in the game.
They're gonna make the frogs game. It's just like bulldog.
See, the thing about the asteroid going is that the Illuminati doesn't want you to know this, but this is actually part of their ancient ritual that they need to use in order to resurrect the Antichrist.
It's
This
what the
is
Bible
written
says.
in the book
what they just
Revelation.
said,
I
that's
have
what's
it here
gonna
on my
happen. They're
desk.
demons. Interdimensional demons here to send an asteroid to destroy mankind.
Give Satan his servings of pain.
Thank you, Story. It was great. Oh man, I'm glad that Story's here. He's making all these like terrifying end of times books so much more like joyous.
Yeah, considering the one we're doing right now, it's probably for the best.
Yes.
And
I can't
But
get
don't
that
worry.
image from my head, bro.
so-
Cockroach is Alex Jones.
so time passes in the module. The asteroid gets here, and by the time the asteroid is close enough to the planet to hit it, it becomes visible. So everybody has like enough time on Earth to stick their heads under their ass and kiss it goodbye. And when that happens, you reach over, grab the moon, and Luna says, "Hey, wait a minute, what are you doing to me?" And it says, "Oh, well, you see the asteroid?" And Luna looks over her shoulder, like her eyes bug out. She looks back over, she looks over at Phoebe and says, "Are you sure we should do this?" And Phoebe says, if a Gaia dies, all of her followers die, and eventually we're going to be just alone in the universe with each other forever. And Luna says, "Yeah, you're right about that." And she looks over at Phoebe and says, "She is going to die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. You may have her." And Phoebe moves into the range. She moves into the range of the asteroid, and the asteroid hits Phoebe, blows up half of her, and then it's slowed in momentum, but it keeps going into Gaia, lands, hits Gaia, pierces Gaia, and kills the soul of Gaia.
Oops.
Is what happens.
Yes, that was all for nothing.
And in the process of doing so, the instant impact kills 4 billion people on Earth in a minute. It hits the Indian Ocean specifically, so that entire ocean freaks out, floods, water shoots out everywhere. Africa as a nation is gone. Asia as a Africa as a nation, I'm sorry, as a continent is gone. Huh.
Good job.
I can't save myself from that one, now can I?
No, you're kind of fucked on that.
And Asia as a continent is destroyed. Australia survives for some reason. So Australia is fine. But
Australia
afterwards,
suffered enough.
and then after that, the nuclear winter happens, the flammable winter happens, where the blast throws all these different clouds into the sky, and the global temperature drops by 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And then after that, it's honestly like a little bit warmer than what would have happened if the nuclear Wendigo scenario happened 2 episodes ago. And after that happens, pieces of Luna start falling off of Luna and then starts landing on the planet, and that crushes whoever it lands upon, where it just pieces of the moon land and hit the world. And then by the end of it, the volcanic eruptions part, it's not a full-blown eruption. Yellowstone does erupt, but it's more like a blood or an ooze coming out kind of eruption.
Like a shield volcano, less of a...
Where it just starts oozing. Every volcano will start oozing out, and it destroys the Mormon country part of America, and then
And nothing of value is lost, yes.
And then every part of Japan is destroyed except for Nagasaki and Hokkaido would be fine, I think. And
Nagasaki?
yeah, like the very southern parts of Japan.
Isn't Nagasaki the place that got blown up?
Yes. But that was in World War II. That's
Hiroshima
different.
and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so confused about it.
We're looking at that where Nagasaki's a city, I mean. Okay, the actual regions, the Kyushu, Shikoku, and Chugoku regions would be fine. But Kasai, Chubu, Kanto, Tohoku, and Hokkaido. Hokkaido's a maybe, but the other one's probably not.
What about Johto?
That is the Osaka region.
Oh wait, Johto's an actual place? I was trying to make a Pokemon bit.
Sorry,
okay.
Osaka region. The Chubu region is what that would cover.
You got me for a second.
No, I'm even wrong about that. It's fucking it's Kansai. It's Kansai. That's what it is. They based Johto off of Osaka, Japan, when they were making the games.
Oh, interesting. I actually didn't know. Okay, I feel more enriched.
Like Kanto is Kanto, Japan. Like the whole region in Kanto. Johto was Kansai. What was it? Hoenn was the Kyushu region, and then Generation 4 Sinnoh was Hokkaido, what they based them off of. And then they moved out of Japan, and no, the Japanese country got adaptations in Pokemon after that.
And they went more global.
They went more global. They went to America. And
Japan.
Hell yeah.
Paris.
And Paris and Hawaii.
Britain.
And Britain. And they went to Britain.
Anyway, so it's Pokemon Apocalypse, whatever. Yeah, so some of Japan's pretty much fucked. Some of it's fine.
Yep. And so the only place of America that's left inhabitable, I'm assuming like Europe also burns to death too, because like fire starts spraying out from the lands that got pelted with the meteor, and that would be the same area because like it would creep over from Asia to Europe. So eventually, most of Europe just catches fire. So Zamichi country just catches fire and burns, and then like somewhere around that point, the fire finally stops when it reaches Greece and Scandinavia. So the only real inhabitable places left are North America, even though everything that was on the surface has gotten wiped. You had to be underground in order to survive it. Where North America and South America are the only intact parts of the world left, and Australia too. But I don't think there's many. I don't think there's many underground regions in Australia you can hide in.
No, probably not.
So
suddenly, Granddad's old bomb shelter's not looking too bad.
And I don't know whether or not this game tells you to do a time skip or if this happens immediately afterwards, but it says like it gives you a whole like year-long time frame about what would happen after this happened, and it says like scientists say that the effects of this won't clear up until 10 months after the initial impact. But even then, there'll be an extinction event where just nothing will be left on the planet. And finally, after the Waking the Moon is done, was the worm due? Well, Warwick was half right, actually, because when Guy is dead, the worm looks at himself and says, well, what am I going to do with myself now? I mean, ruining Gaia's life was my life mission. So now I'll have that. Where she's dead, and I'm here, and I hate myself, and fuck it, and he just reaches over, he just grabs his hand, opens up Malpheus, and says, everything that's in Malpheus, get out. Get out. Just pour over the plant.
Just get out of my house. I don't want you fucking here anymore.
Whatever's here, let's just destroy it. Just fuck it. I don't care anymore. And there are 3 armies of the worm, led by the Melgen and Karna, that form. You have the army of calamity, the army of consumption, and the army of defilement, who are just out to destroy whatever they have. But thanks to what we're about to talk about now, they're not going to get very far. They're only here to die, really. And this book has a whole non-sequitur report too, but I actually think this like thematically matches up, where it says, in end-time scenarios like this, where the Book of Revelations, you had Jesus make a return. And Jesus doesn't look like Jesus anymore. His hair's now fire, and his eyes are glowing white, and he reaches down his throat and pulls out a sword of fire and fights the devil with it in the Book of Revelations.
That's kind of fucking awesome.
You gotta read the Book of Revelations. It is freaky when you look at some of the stuff. But, going into it, the worm's messiah was Zizak, and she's dead. So that messiah is dead. You have Machine Messiah who breaks away from the Weaver and kind of becomes his own thing. So then ask, well, what becomes the Messiah on the worms? On the wilds part? Who do you think?
You guys, you become the Messiah.
It does, because it says you would think the perfect menace, wouldn't you, Ryan? You would think that would be the case, but no, it says this is the point where
I am the perfect menace.
Yeah, you rise up and you make yourself the legend here. This is your time to do something. So you get up and you become the savior of mankind. Oh no, not really mankind by this point. The savior of your Gary species is what you do. So, to me, that carries the same kind of like energy and empowerment and aura of Hunter the Reckoning. So I'm immediately on board with this part after it says that, where this is now your age and you're going to take it back from the wild, from the worm with your own hands.
Yeah. This is where it's like you land in the battlefield surrounded by fire, the awesome music kicks on, and all these things are lining up to try and kill you, and then it's like a big giant fight.
It's fantastic, and every single changing breed has their own little section. Now, how I would say this, how I would run this, if you're running the events of Ragnarok, and you've got a member of every tribe, say I've got Ryan as players, where we got a Fianna and we got a Gav Fenris. Do the Fianna part, and then do the Gav Fenris part, and in any order that you want, really. Just everybody who picked a tribe gets to have their tribe's part play out, is what I would say.
Yeah.
And the best one is first, the Black Furies. So, the Consumption Worm is back. Cool. Where the entire Croydon sacrifice just went up in smoke. So the Black Furies say, well, what if we did that but better? And so the Black Furies think, well, how do we do that? And they say, well, that hole in the Malphus is open, the worm can't close it. How about we hop in it? And every member of Black Furies gathers up for this. And by every member of the Black Furies, I include the male Metis, and I also include the true men that were put up for adoption by the Black Furies. They call them back and say, hey, I'm sorry, do you want to do some mother-son bonding and go kill the devil together?
No, hangs up.
This piece is out.
Hell
nah.
By the logical reaction, we're saying, yo, you didn't want me, why the fuck do you want me now? For when the world is over.
Yeah.
But for those who said yes, they go into Malphus, and sure enough, they go all the way down to the bottom, through the Labyrinth Obscura, and they find and they kill number 2. While they're down there. So the King of Malphus, dead.
Hell yeah.
They actually did what Howells couldn't.
And immediately after doing that, Malphus, as a realm, loses its power because every single Meldrin incarnate that stayed behind is hunted down and killed by the Black Furies. Now, the Black Furies don't survive this. They don't come back from Malphus. Or at least, not as themselves. Around, only a pack of Black Furies come back. And they come back, and their fur is white, their eyes are white, their weapons are white, the muscles in their body and their blood is white as they come out. And they become something new entirely. The White Furies is what they turn into.
Must resist Bukake joke.
Do it.
It hurts.
God damn.
Don't let him take over.
What I do really like about this is that you remember with the Silverfang myth, how the Silverfangs got their fur was by saving Gaia's world tree from destruction of calamity.
Yes.
This is the same thing. This is you being blessed by Gaia, where even though she might be dead, or is she rewards Black Furies by giving them this new unique appearance. Saying that you finally did it, you proved yourselves to be the heroes. And for me, that's fucking awesome with the Black Furies. That this was a tribe that started off with nothing when they were made. And then in this scenario, they are the ones that destroy Malphus and emerge as heroes.
That is honestly really cool because, even though they're eating pretty good, just like as far as the tribe goes, it's great to see them come out on top of all this.
And
it's like Sauron being killed by a woman, basically.
And when they come back, they realize that our role as Black Furies are done. Our job on Gaia is done. With the kind of feminism that we had, it's no longer going to reflect the world around us. And even then, we had to admit, we had to eat crow and admit that we do need men as a population. But someone else will rise in our place. Someone else will become the Black Furies where the Black Furies were needed. We've done what we had to do. We can die in peace, is what they think. Where that's also something that really gets me about Ragnarok. This theme of I'm going to go down with my head held high kind of mentality. I'm not going to face death kicking and screaming in fear. I'm going to go out, do what I had to do, and I'll accept death with my dignity. This is what I really like about this portion of the book, Kyle.
Yes.
And this is why I say this is the way that Werewolf has to end in my mind. To me, this is canon.
Yep. This is you come down from your quest to try to save the world. It's you against everything else. Make it happen.
As for the Bonars, well, whatever cities you choose to have survive, they take over. So, Cal, the ending of Rage Across New York when we were in it.
So it was the Bonars that basically did that.
Yes, that's canonically what we did with Chico at the end of that game. That's what happens.
Yep.
And as for the Children of Gaia, they help form a rite. They do the end time rite where, if you remember us covering that in the Children of Gaia episode, did we cover it in the Children of Gaia episode?
I don't remember if we did or not, in all honesty. It's been a minute.
All right, let me go
Pretty
ahead.
sure you did. Hold on.
See, let me go ahead. Let me check the main group page. Where is the Children of Gaia? If I did not go over that, I will go over it now. So, in time right. And it is not the page that I am looking for. Okay. Kyle, say something while I pull this up for you.
Yeah, so the thing that I was kind of weirded out. Well, not really weirded out. The thing that kind of like got me to think like, wow, this setting just fucking sucks. Was just like, they do go, and I know it kind of reads like fluff. There is a lot in this book that's just, here's how insurmountably fucked everything in the world is. The entire San Andreas Fault has shifted. Millions of people died of, the earthquakes and the disease and the famine and all the West Coast. Firestorms rage across the middle of the country. The Wendigos sit around doing fucking nothing like usual.
I got it right for you. Right.
Yeah.
The ritual gives insight to the nature of the apocalypse. As such, enacting it is frightening, and many steps either forbid Rite Masters to perform it, or forbid them from publicly speaking about it. Rite Masters who are able to speak on the rite have many different versions to say. The Rite Master must lead a group of Giru in 3 days of chanting, dancing, and meditating. If they meditate and manage to get through the entire rite, the Rite Master offers the Rite Master sees with the others what the visions of the apocalypse are going to be. So basically what happens is that you get to see the future after the apocalypse happens, is what goes on.
Yes.
And with this future sight, what they do with this future sight is that they go around and say, Namakole, we're going to help you out. Just whatever needs to be done, we're going to come over and we're going to help you. And with this, the Namakole are saying, well, with your olive branch and what you did with the Nisus, the war of rage in our minds is over. We're now willing to help you no matter what you need. We'll come and help you out on. And with that, they say, well, will you help us in the final battle of the apocalypse then? So the imminent strike finally gets to do something, Kyle.
Cool.
Where they rise up along with the patient deed, the angels in the garden, any slightly militant group of the Children of Gaia. They form a war party with the Makole, and they go out and see what they can do about the apocalypse. We'll try to save as many innocents as they can.
That sounds like the thing for Children of Gaia to do.
And you swap out the big Minotaur boyfriend with a big dragon boyfriend.
So an upgrade then.
Yeah.
Get King K. Rool. Congratulations.
Yes, they become Scalies.
Yes, they do.
There it is. It's called the Mangina.
Oh, God damn it.
Man. Stop.
The Fianna. So the Fianna say, fuck Ireland and fuck America. We're going to set up a kingdom in Australia. And so they do.
Yep.
And now they have a king in Australia, and he's called, what's his name? Norin Ni Donnell. And he says, I'm the king of Australia. I have my whole meeting on Ayers Rock. And I'm going to say we're going to fight the last remaining forces of the worm here and kill the clone Bunyip. And so they do.
Yeah. Good Fianna ending. Hell yeah.
And the Fianna are doing just okay for themselves. Any Fianna that was in America or Ireland is probably dead. Well, they do become the Brotherhood of Hearn, and they go around and they do the job the Brotherhood of Hearn, where they're the Minutemen of the Gur Nation, if you remember.
Yep. The Rapid
And
Reaction Force.
And they probably all died, but at least there's a family in Australia that's doing okay for itself.
Yep. That makes me happy.
And that family is a bunch of assholes, too, because I ran Hunt of the Reckoning in Australia, and the Fianna are not nice in Australia.
Well, no, it's Australia. There's spiders everywhere.
Yeah. The Gaia Fenris do nothing but win. They do nothing but win. They set up the Hell Hunts, Kyle. And they go around in both Scandinavia and the Amazon, and they shoot and kill and stab everything that was related to the worm.
That sounds pretty standard.
Yeah. And then, Ryan, this is your favorite tribe. Get this part. One of the members of the Gaia Fenris gets possessed by Great Fenrir himself. And Great Fenrir makes himself manifest in the body of the Gaia Fenris. And he goes around for this. It could be you. And he goes around. He goes around and he has this big final battle where you have this giant, badass wolf, the strongest wolf to ever live, finally comes back after he breaks out the silver chains. But he does die at the end of the fight. And as he lays on his back, he says, "Don't heal me. Don't you dare cry for me. This is how I want to go out. I went into the best battle in the world. I fought. I won. Just let this be how my life ends." And the Gaia must respect his decision. They step back, let grandfather die in peace, and know that everything's going to be okay because his soul is going to reincarnate into a different wolf.
Cool.
If there are any wolves left.
If there are, yeah. So, Fenrir gets what he wants at last. Cool.
That's our boy.
If there wasn't any Fenrir players to do that, I would honestly say Gogol Fangs would be a good one for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
it probably was him.
Yeah,
fucking boss he is.
Oh yeah, basically it's just Gogol Fangs going Super Saiyan.
And you know what? I'm here for that because I love Gogol Fangs first.
He gets the BFG 9000.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
He is the BFG 9000.
Yeah. The Glasswalkers, what they do. So what the Machine Messiah told him to do is, I want you to be in the ocean when this happens. Well, Chief, doesn't it sound like a bad idea because the whole ocean's going to flood and flip and everything? No. You're going to build a ship this way, and it will survive in the ocean. And so they build these ships, go into the Pacific Ocean, and survive the apocalypse, and then just come back on these arcs, and then start sweeping house all over again.
Oh, that worked.
Awesome. Yeah. And when they're finally done, they look around after they've fought with Clashing Boom Boom, where she made herself manifest and fought alongside them, and the Cyber Dogs are given amnesty along the last because at the end times you actually do need that technology. And when everything's done, the Lost Workers look around and say, well, it's time to close up shop. We don't think we're needed by Guy anymore, so let's just go ahead, put the guns down, and do one more thing before we just disavow ourselves as a tribe. Why is that one last thing? They talk with the Weaver and manage to have a commune with the Weaver. And even if you don't succeed on the right rolls, the Weaver thinks for a minute and says, maybe, just maybe, some of this stuff that happened is my fault.
Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Fine, some accountability.
Yeah. Where the Weaver thinks and says, the worm only could ever make progress if I advanced. And I advanced way too quickly after the shattering into formation to Order of Reason. So I directly fed the worm and gave it all these weapons and all these tools to destroy Guy with. So in my madness, thinking I was destroying the worm, I actually gave the worm everything it needed to do this. So I'm wrong. I'll take the L. I'm sorry, guys. It looks like you got Machine Messiah. He's going to be me in my place. I'm just going to take a step back for a while.
Holy shit.
And that's what the Weaver does.
You literally
I can't help but think this is somehow my fault.
What the fuck did I hear?
That was really good. I love that voice box so much. That's awesome.
And that's what she says, yes.
It's like that one ending of what was it, Fallout 2, where you talk to the leader of the super orcs, whatever, or super mutants.
The super mutants?
Yeah.
Fallout 1, yeah.
Fallout 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, Fallout 2 is Frank Horrigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah! Frank Horrigan.
And now, Ryan, riddle me this: do the Red Talons accomplish anything?
Absolutely not.
Well, let me check. Switch. No.
From what I hear, everything dies.
And the Red Talons eventually do die because that's just the logical conclusion here. Oh, by the way, before this happens, they disavow the Australian branch of the Red Talons.
The Whelps Compromise?
They said, you bred with dingoes, and you're so divorced from wolves now because you bred with dingoes, we can't talk to you no more.
Well, because of the strict stipulations, what the fuck else did you want us to do,
But
dumbass?
the African painted dog was fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Fucking
forget that.
hypocrites.
No, you didn't fuck the way I wanted you to. Now you're out of the club.
That's what happens.
There is no club left. The club is done.
This is where the Smurfs would fly out of the village, but there's no Smurfs left to do it. There's only 350 Red Talons left.
300? Jesus.
We've gone lower than Stargazers with this.
That's terrifying to think about.
So what's the thing
That
they
might
do?
not be the case when we get to Stargazers.
So the Red Talons look around and say, hey, since that asteroid crashed into Earth, didn't all the humans die? And Red Talons saying, oh yeah, you did. Hooray, we got everything we wanted.
Yep.
Yeah. So what are we going to do now? The Red Talons think,
Party?
no, let's not party yet. We actually, who has the phone number of the dying cubs? And so they look over and say, hey, you remember that rite called Rite of Feeding the Land? So what if we did that, but it wasn't evil? And the dying cubs said, oh, we can try to make it not evil. And so they performed this rite where basically the end result, if you do it right, is that they make a Garden of Eden. Is what happens.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Where they go around, it's this right at the very end of the Red Talons book, where it's this right that you have to spend 7 days howling in a circle, so hopefully you don't run out of air when that happens. And in doing so, they return 100 square meters, 100 square something. And it's a big amount of land, whatever the fuck.
Yes.
I think I lifted off. I think the unit measurement I gave was way too small, but it's a shitload of land that it gets restored because the Red Talons are going back in time, so to speak, turning back the clock, reaching back into prehistoric Gaia, pulling a part of that land back out of the past and into the future with no paradox. Is what happens.
Damn, that's like high level mage shit.
It's a times 6 spell they're casting.
That is not physically possible.
It is not.
Not even by
mage standards. No.
Not by mage standards. I don't even think it's possible by Fae standards.
They managed to do this. It's the Red Talons that had access to this power.
That is kind of
Why
funny.
the fuck did they not use that earlier?
That would have been way too easy, obviously.
You remember in Werewolf 5th Edition when they tried turning the Red Talons into the Lorax Wolf?
Yeah.
Now I'm actually kind of thinking that maybe 5e, that idea is still stupid. But perhaps that's what the Red Talons would have looked like had they not gone down a dark road of hating humanity.
Yes.
Kyle, I think Johnny's been replaced by a Pentex spy. We have to kill him.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that.
Perhaps the Red Talons were supposed to replace the Gronder the entire time. But instead let their whole hatred for humanity blind them. And then became the evil as shit werewolf.
Well, I mean, that's far more interesting than the Lorax werewolf, I imagine.
It is. And the Lorax wolf was not done very well in that book either.
Well, nothing was done well in that book, right?
No, nothing was.
Okay, we got a story. We're good. He's not a Pentex agent.
I speak for the trees, for the trees do have tongues, but only I can hear the trees. That's the whole premise, Ryan. The Shadow Lords. So now that the Surflings are dead, or in the process of dying, who takes over the coronation? The Shadow Lords. And they actually do a good job. Where the Shadow Lords take over, and they do it right, and they don't fuck it up, and that's it, really.
Yeah. Wow, it's crazy. Like, if you don't fuck up, evidently you do really good. How about that? What a novel fucking concept.
As it turns out, Yuri Konietzko actually knew what he was talking about. Now, big surprise right there. That's the plot twist. Whereas it turns out he wasn't evil. He was actually a good guy the entire time.
How about that?
That's the plot twist.
Well, we're in charge now. The Silver Fangs are dead. Let's party, y'all.
Let's do it. And the Shellers do so by enacting global communism.
Oh, that sucks. You were
I
so
mean, it
close.
was always going to work. You just needed enough bodies first.
We were this close. We were this close to greatness.
Just a smidgen closer. Just like 4 million bodies. 5 million tops.
As everybody likes to, the ultra conservatives like to talk about my American values, my founding fathers. It's funny enough because John Winthrop's first colony in America actually was based on a communist model.
Yeah, and it almost fucking starved to death.
No, it survived. It survived. You had to the rest of the Pilgrims come over, but they still managed to function.
And then they almost starved to death. There was a diffusal responsibility.
Because you had to put everything on the back of God, is what happened. Where I'm going to say something that sounds like sacrilegious and in a bubble, but no, I actually mean this. You can't rely on God to do everything for you. If that was the case, then why is the world just a dollhouse?
Exactly.
You're
He'll
supposed
give you the tools, but he's not going to help you build it.
Exactly.
You got to
We
accept
shouldn't
accountability.
need help. God created us in His own perfect image.
And He puts you down the right path, and then He gives you the tools to solve the problem yourself.
Exactly.
Is what happens.
God helps he who helps himself.
Which is what I thought was the wrong idea with John Winthrop's community, where yes, you do need religion in order to form a moral basis and laws, but you don't have everything rely on the back of God. You don't do that.
Exactly.
I should point out that was a joke and that I'm not actually religious.
Oh.
We're going.
Nice.
Well, let's take you to a synagogue next time Kyle goes to temple.
I actually don't go to. I'm not a big fan of organized faith myself.
The new channel project is that we're going to turn Ryan into a Jew.
The fuck, bro?
Unfortunately, I'm already a minister.
In what church?
He's already consecrated. Damn it!
The Ryan Church.
I'm interested in this religion. What do I have to do?
Whatever the fuck you want.
All right, cool. I'm on board. Sick. How do I become a minister or something?
Let's see.
$50
there's
with
one.
TV Touch.
The Silent Striders. You ready for the dub, Kyle?
Yes. Give me the dub. I want the Silent Striders dub.
What happens during this? I forgot to say this, and it's because the book forgets to tell you this until almost the end of the book. Gehenna happens at the same time this meter hits.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. That becomes a whole big fucking thing.
And as for which version of Gehenna, it is somewhere between Nightshade and Crucible of God. And I will go down the list as to which clans do and don't actually participate in this. I'm just going off of implications in the book. This isn't like a concrete thing I'm listening off here, because the book brings up, hey, Gehenna's happening. Okay, do the vampires do anything? No. Okay.
They kill a lot of people.
They just bring up that it happens. That Gehenna happens and all the antediluvians are awake and moving around. So listing off which ones I think would be around and which ones wouldn't be around. Ilyes is in the Garden of Eden with Lilith. I don't think he's going to leave. Unless outside sees this.
Probably not, because everything else around Eden is, insurmountably fucked, as we've previously discussed.
We are misgendering the antediluvian. Ilyes is a woman. I forgot.
Oh, good job.
I guess we're canceled now.
Yeah.
It was a fun ride, guys. Made it to 100 episodes.
Enoya doesn't get to fuse with Gaia because Gaia's dead in this scenario. So she's just going around in her super saber-tooth form, just eating people, and that's it.
I mean, what else the fuck are you supposed to do?
She was doing the exact same thing she was doing before.
It worked, didn't it?
Well, her girlfriend is dead, so I guess she's going to solve that by binge eating.
Yeah.
Vidartha is dead. He got killed by Ventru, so Arakel comes over, and she's Miss Camarilla while she's around, because of course she'd immediately come over and take over the Camarilla, because the Toreador are the Camarilla by this point. But by that point, Arakel is eventually going to have to starve to death, be dabblerized, or go back into torpor. Is what's going to happen to her. Because eventually she's going to run out of people in Europe to eat. Because she can't eat people, she can only eat other vampires.
Oh, really? She's a serial diablerist?
Yeah, but that's the late stage Curse of Cain.
Ah.
is what happens to you.
That's why you don't
Who's
Diabolize.
this
You get the Hunger of Ages.
Tremere has his whole final battle with Zamichi, and Tremere wins.
Really?
Yeah. Because if Zamichi was active in this book, then the book would have ended before we got to the segment.
You think you would have noticed when a goddamn meteor dropped on the planet?
Maybe it fell specifically on Zamichi and killed him.
You know what? I'll buy that. Sure.
That Rourke knew where he was aiming.
Yep. It's like, there's this really big, bloated, corrupted worm ass right there. What if I put it right there?
Hang on a minute, guys. I got my sniper rifle. I'll sell it for you. And
It does.
So regardless, Zamichi's dead. And whether or not Tremere gets to be Tremere for a little while, or if Solot takes over, that's up to you. What do we think, fellas? Tremere or Solot?
I'd prefer Solot because he's at least a decent person to my knowledge.
Yes. Well, it depends on whether or not he actually is a decent person, or if he gaslit you the entire time.
I don't know. My money's on red on this one, I'd say.
We have two versions of Solot to go off of.
My money's on red.
But regardless, Tremere would eventually go back into torpor while this is going on. Malkav exists as abstract thought, so he's fine. He's fine. He's not going anywhere.
Yes.
Hakim is washed away in the tsunami, where him and his literal sandstorm body get smashed by a tidal wave, and that kills him.
Bro went the same way as fucking Sandman.
That's what happens to him. And maybe this was a bad idea, Hakim.
Hey, look, it worked really well for like a couple thousand years. He couldn't have predicted this.
No, he was doing so well, and then a big dog entered the ring. And that dog was bigger than you.
Oh, well.
Ravnos is presumed dead. I guess the Tenacity actually did get him this time. That or he's in Asia with no witnesses, and he's kicking the ass of the Kuei Jin, and that's why they're not in the book.
That's probably what happened.
Absimilyard is just fine, motherfucker. Nothing bad happens to him. Absimilyard is around. He kills Nosferatu, kills Nentuku, and then dies himself.
Nothing bad ever happens to Absimilyard.
I guess this Giovanni, ironically enough, he's eating the best during this part. You want to know why?
Because there's quadrillions of dead bodies everywhere.
And he can step sideways into the Shadowlands.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Left of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but after the events of the Sixth Great Maelstrom and then the ending of the Wraith Mail plot. So the Kingdom of Stygia is no longer a thing, but he's still got a lot of wraiths that no longer have Reapers or guilds or legions keeping them safe. So Augustus just goes in and never goes out. And then Lasombra finally gets his wish of dying, but because the blood of Gaia finally submerges him completely and he dies. He finally gets what he wants. Happy ending for Lasombra.
He finally forgets to fucking die.
He finally dies. But happy ending for the Setites, because why am I bringing this up? Set doesn't revive in this scenario.
Get fucked.
He doesn't come back. And all the Setites are left wondering, where's Set? Where's Set? Why isn't he coming back yet? And while this is going on, the Silent Striders rally both the Bubasti and the Makole for one final battle, and they finally kill all the Setites and break a Curse of Set. The whole... not being able to regain your Gnosis part of in Egypt, that curse is broken. Well, granted, it's taken a really long time for them to regain Gnosis the same way because the world is ending and Gaia is dead, and it's very hard to get Gnosis during this part of the book. But they did it. However, the other curses are still intact, and the big one being the Wraith Curse.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dead motherfuckers.
But that also means that they broke the curse on the Bubasti, because the Bubasti can finally leave Egypt now. All 66 Bubasti can finally leave. And as the Silent Stars are being swarmed by wraiths that drag them down into the Showlands, they look at the Bubasti and say, we want you to live the lives that we never could in Egypt. And we want you to spread out and become as multiplicitous as we wished we could be. We want the memory of us to live through you. And they say that to Bubasti as every single one of them slowly dies at the hands of hungry ghosts. And it's bittersweet at this because they couldn't save themselves, but they at least saved Wibasti.
Yes.
Is what happened. So make it that make it that ending what you will. See, the Silver Fangs reinstate the Imperium. It is time to kill all the humans again. And so they do.
It seems like a waste of valuable time and resources given the state of things, I will say.
Now, the reason they're doing this is because they actually are doing the Shadow Lords a favor here. Because they're killing any human that could rise up and start an empire that could threaten Shadow Lord rule. Is what they're doing. Yeah.
This makes very little sense.
And of course, all the Silver Fangs finally die. They look over at the Shadow Lords and say, "Don't you fuck this up." And then that's it.
So it's basically just
Marty, I'm bored. I'm gonna kill you.
That's pretty much what it is. Like, is there any actual humans that can stand up to a werewolf at this point? I mean, you've just been having your ass blasted all the way back to the Bronze Age.
Well, it ensures that no John Connor type can rise up. Is what they do.
Dog, fucking Johnny, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This story's dumb as shit.
That surfing part?
No, this whole fucking scenario is dumb as shit. The only good part's been the Black Furies so far.
And then, of course, the Actina and the Wendigo, their only part is, hey, we got Bane Tinners we need to sit on. That's what they do.
Okay,
again,
Stargazers.
The Wendigo do fucking nothing.
The book raises its hands in the air and says, we don't know what the fuck you want to do with the Stargazers. If any of them survived the initial impact, just put them somewhere. We don't really have a plan for the Stargazers. That's it. Where I don't think the map plot of Werewolf had a plan for the Stargazers either.
Nobody does have a plan for the Stargazers because they don't do anything.
Exactly that, where they just chose to die. So I'm going to say just let them die in impact.
Guess I'll die.
Just have them get crushed by the meteor.
Yeah, Stargazers gone. Wendigo, I think they're
functionally gone. They don't fucking do anything. Fucking kill them. I don't give a fuck anymore.
They're still here because, as it turns out, the Actina and the Wendigo during that whole segment at least reconcile. If I say, now that the world's over and then the consumption worm is back, we need to stop bickering and actually work together as brothers again. And so they do, where the Wendigo finally say, okay, we have this whole ice fortress in Nunavut. We can at least share it with you. Is what we can do.
Here, come sit up with us in our glass fortress and do fucking nothing with us.
And they're going to say, hey, this whole xenophobia you have against other natives from other countries, we actually have a lot of hot, sexy women that want to meet you. And the Wendigo finally accept that.
That's the thing that made him accept.
Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me in all honesty.
They brought in the sexy Hawaiian chick and managed to warm the hearts of the Wendigo with her.
And fucking Halikaliki Maka started playing, and then everybody lived happily ever after. Go
so
fuck
why is
yourself.
Wednesday Merry Christmas to you?
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, kind of when you said that reminded me of the time I worked at Walgreens and Mele Kalikimaka would play 4 times a day.
Dog, I fucking hate retail. I'm so glad I don't work retail anymore.
You play the same Christmas songs on a loop. It's the same 20 Christmas songs.
Yeah, this is why I listen to the J Schlatt Christmas carols, because they're actually really good. Surprisingly, I'm not even joking. The J Schlatt Christmas carols are actually really good.
Ryan, give me a thought while I finish off this alcohol.
I don't know. I've been reading a lot, and sometimes when I'm reading, I blank out and forget that I'm actually supposed to be working.
Yeah, I get that. I don't blame you for that at all.
Alright, so now I've finished that piece of shit orange and jalapeno beer.
Why do you have such terrible taste in liquor, honestly?
Because it was on sale.
That's
you know
not
what
an
you
excuse.
need to drink? You need to drink the main lunch.
The what?
I could do that.
The main lunch.
The fuck is the main lunch?
The one that I threw up.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ! That was. I feel so bad for you, dude. That drink was horrendous.
Yeah.
The best part about that was that you did this whole like the imposter sus moment where he came out of the bathroom. He said, "Did you say to the waitress, hey, somebody threw up in your bathroom. I don't know who it was."
Dog. I felt terrible. I like. Oh man.
I did my best to clean it up, but I was also drunk at the time, so I might not have gotten everything. So I was like, "Hey, someone threw up in your bathroom."
It's you self-reporting it Among Us is what that was.
I felt so bad because I'm like, you know what? We had this really nice dinner. We had a couple of drinks at the first bar. We're going to another bar, and then we're going to go to one more, and then play video games. It was going to be great. And, you know, I felt that Johnny's just sitting there laughing his ass off like fucking Joaquin Phoenix. And I'm like, yo, Ryan, it's cool, bro. This thing happens. Trying to be supportive.
Oh, yeah. It sucks, but I still had a great time afterwards.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad that you still enjoyed yourself.
Well, I'm just laughing because you texted code a bathroom.
Almost had the plot of Hangovers right there.
Oh my god!
You stole my you stole my Captain Morgan while we're on vacation too.
Yeah, because you wanted to drink more when we got home. You were already fucking hammered. You would have been dead the next morning. We wouldn't have gone to Rhode Island and left your ass in Boston.
Stole my Captain Morgan before I could mix it in with the cranberry juice.
Oh my god!
The Jabba. So Javi and Jabba turn wormish, and they fight each other. And then Kisasi and her family are the ones that survive, and that's it.
That's anticlimactic.
The Ananasi. As it turns out, the Black Fury segment, they didn't do it alone. Because it turns out the Ananasi followed the Black Furies into Malpheus, and they didn't return from it, but they managed to free Queen Anasa.
Oh, cool. We got a replacement for the Weaver. Good job.
We already have one, though.
And then after that happens, as it turns out, Machine Messiah and Queen Anasa become co-weavers, is what happens.
They become consorts, basically.
Yes. They keep each other in check, is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bastet, I'm not even going to read the Bastet part because it goes nowhere. And by this point, I gotta say, with the whole meta plot of Werewolf, what the fuck was the point of even making a Bastet?
For fun. And to link Mage, I guess, maybe. Kind of. Not really.
They have a whole backstory that has nothing to do with Werewolf as a whole. Has nothing to do with its meta plot. They don't do anything. They don't do anything in Rage Across the Amazon. They don't do anything in Rage Across Egypt. They're just there, and even in all the apocalypse scenarios we got over, they did nothing. So, why were they even made?
Stories.
I don't know, but now I want to write more stuff about the Bastet just to make them a little bit more interesting.
Oh, in the fan episode, we're definitely going over this.
Yes.
We're definitely going over this. But finally give the Bastet something to do. Something.
Eventually.
The Koraks are doing their job as messengers, as usual. We don't really need to go over both paragraphs about that because it's pretty self-explanatory what the Koraks are doing.
Being Koraks.
The Guru, in all honesty, this is surprising. Because they're going out being janitors, cleaning up Gaia.
Yep.
But then they fight worm beasts, and they win by themselves.
Oh, wow, look, the original Warriors of Mother Gaia actually being warriors instead of just crying. This is great.
They take the diapers off, they take the passies out of their mouths, they put down the rattles and the baby bottles, and pick up a giant Shri to fight with, and win. Is what happens. Where you finally stop being Boo Bear, and you become the Papa Bears that you were supposed to be the entire time.
Kick it, Yogi.
And you finally come in, and whatever land the girl touch, it heals. Great. So they're going around making small little patches of habitable land for people to live on.
I like
the girl actually come in and earned a happy ending with this one.
Yeah, good job.
See, all you needed was just a touch of laughter replacing, and everything else gets better after that.
Let me 1v1 you in Rage Coast Appalachia, please.
Oh, what? 1v1 Boris?
Yes.
You might not see him all the way at the far east. You might see him out west, like, perhaps. It's easier to get here. Less travel time, don't like traveling too much.
I would love to play as Boris again. He's just a lot of fun to play as.
Was it San Francisco or Los Angeles you were thinking about?
Los Angeles.
Okay. 3HP, you have a thought?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, continue. Forgot.
Ah, damn.
The Kitsune. The plot point goes nowhere. Okay, so moving on. We're not even going over that. The Macaulay.
the one fair breed with a clear goal, especially created for the fucking apocalypse. I got nothing.
It just they have the goal, and then they do the goal and just live in Japan, and that was the goal.
Good job. Excellent job.
So,
10 out of 10.
A winner is you.
Your winner.
The most likely scenario happens, where it took you a whole 5 minutes to think of that and write it. And
He was under a time crunch. I don't blame him.
the Macaulay go to space.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yes. We're going to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by the worm.
Space!
Burning.
On the way, they run into the fucking studs of ether, looking at them like, "Oh, it seems we have the same idea."
You know, it's just like that meme of passing the cars in each other. It's like the Macaulay going out into space to fight Ro, and you've got the fucking Void Engineers coming back from space to report in.
The Macaulay say, "No, turn around. There's something back there for you."
Bro,
Turn
I
the
wanted to
ship
go
around.
back and do tequila shots with the fucking ecstatics, but
No,
no.
ain't gonna happen.
They're all dead. Go back.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
No, don't do it. We've already seen what's down there. Don't do it.
You don't want to see what happened there.
That's only a third of Macaulay, though. There's the other 2/3. Half of that 2/3 go into the Menesis, and they go in and finally get their memories in check, where they said, "All right, this happened. They go and like VR their entire lives as a existence, and then die in peace in VR. Or
good job.
they come out with some of the gifts and start using them to try healing the world.
Okay.
It depends on what you want to do. Do you want to die in VR, or do you want to get some information out of it?
Well, I would imagine they get in contact with the virtual adepts to help them with that. But considering the situation and the history of the Macaulay, I would say some of the Dragon Kings come back, like they get that lost form back.
Oh yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do turn into dinosaurs again. That was cool.
Yeah.
Return of the Scalies.
Yeah, there's a whole section called the Dragon Head, where they're already fighting with the Children of Gaia, but they start going to other groups like the Sun Sharks, for example, and they go out and they start fighting, saying, "Whatever we're going to do, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's try to make sure that some of us survive and some memories can be made." That's what they do. And as for the Nanaga, they go around and they do the same thing the Surfangs are doing, but they're targeting evil human leaders by this point.
Yes.
And then they slip right back into the Macaulay, and nobody notices.
That is their job, yeah.
So, big Naga dub over here, because they did what they were made to do, got in, got out, nobody found out.
Yep.
The Silver Fangs want to kill everyone, while the Naga are focusing on people like Rao the Conqueror.
Yes. They go in and prevent the offensive Fist of North Star from happening.
No, make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yes, that's what the Stargazers do. They form the Hokoto no Ken, or whatever it's called.
Like imagine, bro.
Yes!
I gotta go back and watch that show again. It's so fucking classic.
Play the Dynasty Warriors game.
Yes,
I'm not playing
Kenshiro
Dynasty
is a
Warriors
Stargazer now, and he will do
Confirmed.
Yes.
What about the Akashic Brotherhood then?
I think they would probably get along with the Stargazers, honestly.
They
Yeah,
probably get along very well, I'd imagine.
Just do a full merger like the Yoktina did with the Dream Seekers.
Dog, that honestly goes so hard. I'm not even joking. Like, if the Akashics were like, you know what, none of the mage traditions really respect us and what we do, but these werewolves that are just kind of hiding out with this vast wealth of knowledge on the side of the Himalayas, we should go talk to them.
You get a Stargazer that has the Nanto Seiken, where he just traces his claw over you, and then you just split in half.
That's fucking raw as hell. I love that.
Imagine.
But The cautious on the side is like, I don't know what that is, but we gotta figure out how to do that. That was awesome.
Yeah, we need it.
You know what? Just need to see that. The Nuisha. They all go over and grab the hat of Old Man Miniskins, and they pull a straw out of the hat, and then whatever is written on that straw, you do. And that's it.
So they basically do what the oh god, what was it? They do what the Malkavians do in Germany.
Yes.
Let's decide whose side we're going to be on by drawing names out of a hat.
You just get 100. We have 99 jobs, and each one of you goes out and does it. And in doing so, you'll set up a butterfly effect that will ensure the existence of the changing breeds.
Yeah, cool. That worked.
And the Ratkin. The Munch Mouse didn't come out of the Umbra until the Ratkin. It's not happening, bros. We thought we were going to take over the world. It's not going to happen. We're all going to die.
Oh,
yeah.
The rare Ratkin L.
And
I'm suddenly like this more and more.
And the Ratkin look at themselves and they taking the whole quote from Wolfenstein New Order. If I'm going to be quiet for the rest of my life, let's spend the last few minutes of it being as loud as I can.
Oh, and yeah. For the fucking Jimi Hendrix guy that shows up, yeah.
And that's what the Ratkin do. They just go out and cause as much mayhem as they can.
They go
what?
They go full Steven.
Yeah, they do. Where it's any force of the worm, any human force, any Geru force, whatever's staying in their way, they fight it, and they all die. And that's it. But they died in battle.
That's what matters.
These fuckers spread SARS, Red Death, and Rift Valley fever. Whatever the hell that is.
It is. All the fun diseases. They finally reach their big bag of diseases and pour out the whole thing.
Yes, they embrace their Papa Nurgle and bring about his gifts.
Yep.
And the Rokea, well, we can't talk about the Rokea just yet. We're going to talk about them in just a minute. So, well, you remember how the moon had pieces that fell off of it?
Yes.
3 of those pieces are special. They are known as the Shards of Luna. And the Storyteller can pick wherever they land, but there's 2 encounters that are set up. One of them is on land, and one of them is in the ocean. Where your first encounter, you go to the first shard, and there's a bunch of mages around it. They're seemingly just setting the stone. Storyteller, which mages are they? Just pick a mage. Pick any mage.
Pick a mage. Pick any mage.
Order of Hermes?
Order of Hermes. You pick the most reasonable of all of them.
Cult of Ecstasy.
Oh, you want to get unreasonable? Okay. Let's go for the Marauders.
Nice. Marauders.
Those aren't mages. That's a mental disorder.
You meet a bunch of. You encounter a bunch of members of the Cult of Ecstasy, and they're all rubbing their penis against the moonstone.
Jesus Christ! No, they're not. If anything, they're taking the moonstone, grinding it down to cocaine, and snorting that shit. That's
honestly, that sounds a bit more accurate.
It sounds more like the Fianna.
Oh, they full on gone full crackhead on that shit.
Absolutely.
You see him say, he just understand whatever the fuck they're saying.
Hey man, I don't know about you, but this moon crack is hitting me hard, man. I can see all the spirits at all the time now.
I can see all the stars, man. Feel on my mind.
When I got this moonstone in me, time's literally on my side, bro.
If we can pull up the Hunter Biden crack smoking copy pasta.
That's what he smells. He just smells moonstone.
Oh man!
As soon as you add baking soda to it, it becomes smokable.
No, when you add black tar.
Yes.
That's the good thing with black tar heroin with it.
Oh man!
And you can kill the mages if you want to, but the book says no, you don't want to do that. Instead, you want to talk with the mages, and they can study the stone and say, "Hey, this thing just gives off an endless supply of gnosis." And you say, "Well, really?" And he said, "Yeah, just stand next to it." And then before you know it, your gnosis meter is full.
And then you're like, "Wow, I feel great. This is awesome."
You don't kill the crackhead; you reason with him.
Yes,
you do.
Yeah.
And then after that encounter, you didn't have either it's your same group of werewolves or it's your C team that goes into this. But they finally get to do something after the whole like Jonas Albrecht dick washing segment, and they go out into the ocean after getting I think it's the Actina you talked to about this, but either way, you get this whole like fetish that's made out of all these different flowers tied into a necklace. You have to like put the necklace up to your nose to breathe in oxygen. Is what it does.
Oh yeah, that's right. Don't the Rokea give you that?
I think it is Rokea actually. I think it's a betweener called, and it's it is Rokea. It's Rokea, and his name is Matt.
Mateo. Mateo is his name,
which is just a Spanish form for Matt.
Mateo.
Wow.
Your friendly neighborhood Rokea, Matt.
There it is. Hey, I got my friend Matt over here. He got the fetish we need to go
That's
to the
our
ocean.
boy right there. Hell yeah.
He's got the stash. Matt, our boy, the Rokea.
Who are you, Rokea?
He's not as crazy as I thought he was going to be.
That's not as intimidating as I was hoping it to be.
You should have turned it off when you said Matthew. It would have been.
Just sounds like a goddamn mouse.
There's some who call me Tiffany. That's a very masculine name. It shouldn't. It's a girl's name.
That's not intimidating. That's not intimidating.
You get the necklace. You swim all the way down into the ocean. And you encounter all these Rokea that are swimming around a stone. As it turns out, there's a bunch of seafaring BSDs that have the same idea as you. And as you fight the BSDs, this wild spirit that's made out of fire, underwater and it's still on fire, comes out of the stone and then helps solve the encounter for you. And in doing so, the wild spirit shrinks the ground, and then just all this life, like coral and seaweed, starts forming on the bottom of the ocean where it just struck. And it said, "Oh, this is the power of the Moonstone. I just know how to do this. The Moonstones have this whole Garden of Eden creation kit inside of them. And if you manage to figure out how they work, you can just reflower and repopulate and bring life to a whole new area all over again." And you say, "All right, thanks, Wild Spirit," and you just leave the stone with your Rokea. And the Rokea do just fine for themselves. This is their ending. Where they have the Moonstone, their part of the story's done, and they now have this whole section where they can live with the Rorqual, and they start making plankton all over again and feed the fish, and everything is fine for the Rokea.
Yeah, they just chill out.
Yeah. The end.
Yep. Good job, Rokea. You saved the world.
At least underwater.
Yeah, close enough.
If it's underwater, you're good. If it's not, you're dead.
That's all they give a shit about, to be honest.
That's
and
true.
Then where the third stone lands, it's up to you, the storyteller, to decide where it lands. The book says just pick a spot. Just pick a spot. And that's where it is.
Yep.
Mount Rushmore.
Actually, yeah, that's kind of raw. Hell yeah.
And then you have the final battleground, where thanks to like Furies going in and like partially destroying Malpheus, every single Melgen Incarnate and Spirit of the Worm, and even the Tretic Worm itself, falls to despair. Where, what does that mean? Their stats are halved, is what happens. So, the Dynasty Warriors of the game, portion of the game begins now. Where it says, pick a spot, there's all these different lands you can have a final battle take place in. For your party to take place in, shall we go over Battleground Los Angeles first?
Okay.
Boy.
Where you go over here, and you set this whole, line of people on the ruins of the Golden Gate Bridge, and get ready to fight the worm. Which version of the worm are you thinking you're going to fight here?
Beast of War.
Beast of War?
The Filer?
See, we got a group saying the Beast of War is going to be here.
Yeah, it's the easiest one. Let's kill that one first.
So as it turns out, where the hellhole opened, it's actually here in California.
Imagine.
Not much of a shock there.
No, nobody was surprised.
You don't say.
You're not fighting.
Yes.
You actually don't fight an aspect of the Tretic Worm himself. You fight one of his kids, who is called Cataclysm. Now,
not my favorite Warcraft expansion, sadly.
Now, for anyone who remembers the Storm Eater from the Wild West expansion, this is him, but on crack and on steroids. He is much deadlier than that. He's the Pecos Bill tornado that eats other tornadoes. Is what he does. And you have to have this. It's for you Wild West players. We get to have this whole showdown in California with a giant hurricane that you have to fight.
That grows more powerful because of AIDS.
That is true, yes.
And for every person that kills, it gets stronger. So you have to run into the hurricane and fight this giant spirit eyeball inside this hurricane. And when it dies, the storm dies, and you probably fall to your death, but you stopped it from killing anyone else.
And then the
Amazing.
eye shows up the pearly gates, and God goes, "I forgive you."
And then he says, "JK, bro," and then closes the gates.
Yep.
Peace out, bro. I'm out.
Yes.
All right,
Deal with
Spader.
this.
Looks down upon these foul creatures and says, Ligma.
See, next up, the Kalahari Desert. You want to have to fight a battle in a desert? Well, for all you Bastet players, this is what you get to do. Yay.
Yay!
They're useful.
And as for what you do here, what boss fight do you think you fight here?
Defiler.
Well, you fight this giant disease monster that is made out of AIDS and all these other diseases, or you just fight the giant disease ball.
A lot of
Nurgle.
AIDS going around in this book. What the fuck?
Yeah, there is.
So you just go around.
The worm, bro. That's the worm. They're just
You
AIDS.
fight,
just
you
AIDS.
fight Nurgles, what happens?
Yeah, you fight the aspects
since
of AIDS. The Nurgle.
Yeah,
Since
and
it's
that's-
AIDS, wouldn't it also be Slanesh as well?
Yes. Where
I don't know about Warhammer enough to make those jokes. But go
it's
ahead.
that meme video where they took to Alex Jones. I invented cancer, like shit he was doing, and you have Nurgle, but it's Nurgle instead of Alex Jones, and he says,
Imagine
"I
if
created infidelity," and Slash says, "Oh, thank you for that one."
You did
I
my job.
created
Thank you.
AIDS and infidelity.
I created this double sins.
It's so much fun to do his voice, man. I can't help it.
Well, I was sitting back 5,000 years ago, and I said, we're doing a little too well. We need something that's going to mess us up.
I said, probably there will be infidelity.
I don't smoke enough cigarettes to do this voice consistently.
Yeah, I don't smoke, but I could still do it somehow. I don't know how I
You need to
manage it.
start smoking.
No,
just
I
become a
just
bulldog. You become.
yes.
Let's see. Nita Fells. Now, where is this supposed to be?
I couldn't tell you.
Supposed to be. All right. Scandinavia.
Okay.
The Get a Fenris battleground.
Yeah, where all 7 Shmei from Ridge Cross Russia appear for this final boss.
What?
And the Get a Fenris say, well, how about we do in a day what took the Sorfangs 10 years to do?
Yeah,
That's
we
the
look
final
great
boss.
doing that. Hell yeah.
Here it is. Where you gotta fight all 7 of these dragons at the same time, but if you win, let the glory shower upon you when you win. And next up, Uluru. Now, where is that supposed to be? Australia.
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 I fucking knew it.
Nice.
Where, what do you have over here? Well, you've seen Beetlejuice, right?
Yeah.
Your final battle is a giant worm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just pick just grab the asset of the sandworm from Beetlejuice and put him in your game, and that's what we're fighting.
Man,
Walks
know what
without
I mean?
rhythm.
Sandworms. Not exactly.
Whenever you guys say Bill, I just imagine the actor, the guy,
Yeah.
Oh.
Michael Keaton.
not the movie.
Nice
If- if-
fucking model.
If you want to bring in a wraith element to the game, you can go ahead and you can bring him in.
Uh-huh.
I remember I got bored and I statted him out. I made a race statue for him too, and then I began to realize just how fucking strong he was. Where
Bill
Was it,
just the guy. Bill just the movie.
in Wraith the Oblivion, if you put him into Wraith, what are some of the crazy things you can do with Pandemonium 5?
What's that one do?
Pandemonium it's illusions that are so real you believe they're real and they begin to affect you.
Ravenos.
Now,
It's Ravenos. It's gotta
riddle
be-
me this, Johnny. So, if Beetlejuice could conceivably be in Wraith the Oblivion, if we were to perhaps say Oh God, what was that one movie with Tim Curry that Oh God.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. What would he be? An ecstatic? I guess.
That'll just be a straight up Toro Dorenti tribute.
He'd be a
Really?
marauder.
Yeah, Toro Dorenti tribute. That's what it'd be.
Why anti-tribute?
Formerly Cult of Ecstasy.
Because normal Toro doesn't do that kind of stuff.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure.
I don't know
Like
why I got from there to
80%.
there, but you know what? Yeah. Anyway.
The Amazon. Do you want to team up with Gogo Things first as he gets possessed by the spirit of Fenris?
Yes,
Do I
that sounds
ever?
awesome. Let's do that.
Where you get to fight all these dead trees that become zombified, and you find the giant zombie trees in the Amazon.
All right.
And
Finally, a worthy death for Fenrir.
Breeze, the enemy of all.
And are you finding any aspect of the worm? No, it's just a horde battle that you're doing down here. And that's it, really. We're just anything that we did not include in a previous scenario, it ends up here.
Okay.
So you're playing survival mode in Call of Duty, is what you're doing.
Against trees.
Challenge accepted.
We just go over and just like any sort of zombie you can name, you're just going through and you're just killing them by the dozens. And then Kyle in the background you hear, I have defeated an officer. You're an even better general than I have heard. For every 100 for every 100 for more you kill.
I think I got drunk and fell asleep in your basement while you were playing that.
And you heard that in your sleep.
Yeah, I did. I remembered a lot of that.
Fast magical.
Yeah, but play Dynasty Warriors in your spare time. It's great. And then you get to the final battle, which is called the Last Cairn, where because Gaia's dead, all the Cairns are losing power. So we've got one of these left. As for where it is, it's up to you. Just pick a spot. Just pick any Cairn you want. And you have a whole final battle there where whatever first team manages to survive, now that Pentix isn't really paying them, this is just loyalist to the worm. Any remaining followers that Zizek had, and any sort of male Jin incarnate that wasn't killed already, now appears here for the final battle. And it gives, say, if you're Master Right, this is what you do. If you're Master Challenge, this is what you do. And then you fight the fight, and you win.
Maybe.
Yay.
Done. That's all, folks.
Where this fight is almost guaranteed for you to win by this point, because the Worm's forces have just lost all motivation, lost all leadership, and the Tyrannic Worm is beginning to shrivel up and lose its power. In its own despair. In its own despair, the worm eats itself, metaphorically speaking.
That makes sense for the worm.
Okay, but what about the balance worm? What about him?
The originator, the original.
That's where. Oh no, he's still in hell where he belongs.
Where he belongs?
Uh-oh.
Into Malpheus.
Yeah, he's buried underneath Malpheus too.
So nothing actually ever changed.
So what, does Uktena get his big wish where he becomes the worm?
Yeah, he does. Where it's not in the book, but that's what Uktena would do because that is the plan.
Okay,
and so
yep, sounds fair.
And technically, Malpheus would be empty because nobody's there.
Yeah, or just it becomes. I watched this movie last week. It becomes Scorch from Wizards. So what that is, it's a mutant dystopia where you're talking about, oh, we're going to rise up, we're going to kill the fairies and take over the world, but it never happens because there is no leader to the mutants. Anytime one rises up, the mutants kill each other. So it's all these big evil monsters that just spend their time fighting each other and are too stupid and too despairing to actually form leadership and actually do anything.
I ain't practiced much magic in a while, but I'll give it a shot. And one more thing. I'm glad you changed your last name, you son of a bitch.
And then Avatar casts gun.
I really do wish that movie got more money because Kyle, there's a lot of stuff missing in that movie.
Yeah, but it's still a good movie, like from what came from it.
Yeah, like what was in it? It's a movie that left me wanting more.
Yes.
But out of the way, you have three endings where. Let's start with the worm ending first, where the book says, now, if you really fuck this up, or if you just want this game to end with a bad ending, we don't recommend doing this ending. The book says that.
Yes.
And
you shit the bed so hard.
And they say, well, if you really want the game to end like this, and your players want to end like this, then the world just becomes a dystopia where the worm just exists in its own despair, having no real reason to live, and the forces of entropy and the demons and devils that the worm made just exist and kill each other and enslave humanity, and humanity sacrifices itself to the worm every day, and everything just exists in perpetual misery, and that's it.
You
really.
basically become a cornate world.
Yes.
A dystopia, if you say.
That's what it turns into. It turns into any world that Abaddon the Despoiler takes over. And as to the wild ending, this is the ending they want to go for. Where, behold, you won. You definitely saw it. It definitely wasn't victory being served up to you on a silver platter by this point. The vampires died. The Anunnaki are dead. The Orkea have their utopia under the sea. And everything is chill with the Macaulay now. You finally buried a hatchet between the two of them. So now the world exists in a Stone Age period that it will never recover from because the werewolves are here to prevent it from ever leaving that point. And now the world is as it was 12,000 years ago, where the werewolves control the world, and that's the way it is, and happy ending for the Guru Nation.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair, but the world's still fucked beyond all recognition.
Yes.
Shitloads of them died, and some tribes are completely gone. But
you did save the world, but at what cost?
And you did become the messiahs of it, though, because your pack at the very end of it, you're held as heroes. Your name will be remembered forever in the Guru Nation as you control the world, as werewolves control the world, as the wolf population slowly begins to recover after you use the Luna Stones to make more wolves and make nice with the changing breeds all over again. And humanity becomes your bitch.
Yeah.
Basically, your slaves.
At least until the mages get their shit back together.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, you wait for the mages.
If the Surfings fail their job and don't censor all human history, then it happens.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is the Silver Fangs we're talking about, so take a fucking wild guess how that turns out.
Now, there's also a Weaver ending you can do.
Really?
Where instead, what happens is that in the final battles, both the Guru Nation and the Worm completely kill each other. It's a mutual kill on both sides. And
they take each other out.
And the Weaver looks down and says, "Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Is everyone
Is
dead?
anybody there?
Is there
someone
anyone home?"
And so the Weaver on the planet looks around, spins around, raises the gauntlet to 9 globally, and then she casts a spell that kills the existence of any and all magic. The changing seed and everything dies, vampires die, every mage is separated from their avatar and loses their magic, wraiths no longer exist, and all the changelings disappear. And also, she puts a cork in the hole to hell so no fallen angel can get out.
What about the mummies?
And the mummies no longer have a reason to live because the world is now under balance under the Weaver.
Hey, good job.
So,
Wait, Jen?
and so the Weaver turns around and says, "Okay, the worm's gone, the wild's gone, I'm here. I'm not going to spray glue the planet because I finally took a chill pill and realized that I actually am making a mistake here. But Queen Ananasa's here, Machine Messiah's here, and then I'll be in the sky. We will make a purely human world where no shit like this will ever happen again." And then the Weaver turns around and leaves. And
cool.
And
that's
the boring world.
Yeah.
Well, ironically enough, the Tenarchy gets exactly what they wanted.
In a very roundabout way, they do actually, because then it's just no changelings, no reality deviancy. That's just what it is, and then it becomes the world of the player characters.
That's it. Yeah.
Everybody's gone. Hunters, Kuei Jin, vampires, werewolves. Everybody just clean.
I feel like if that was the game,
our Earth.
Yeah, if that was the game, you would have to end it with a group of 5 friends come into a basement and decide, you know what? Let's give Werewolf the Apocalypse a try, and that's how the game ends.
Yes.
The world has been sanitized.
Yes, and it becomes an entire world based on order and reason instead.
And boring.
So it is boring, but at the same time, it's the most peaceful option, where the Weaver does ensure that nothing like that is ever going to happen again. So,
or does it?
Yes.
The Weaver left. Who knows what happens next?
And then that's the end of Ragnarok, everybody. Where if that felt quicker than the previous sessions was because there's a lot of fluff text in this that we cut out.
Yeah, so to summarize the fluff text, everything fucking sucks. It's so fucking bad. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and plagues that kill millions of people and make the world just an utterly crapsack piece of fucking steaming shit. That's what the fluff text reads. That's
Unless you're there, okay.
Yeah, then it's fine. Then you're like, oh, we're in the water. We're chilling. Hey, bro, can you help us with the apocalypse? Nope, we in the water. We're chilling.
Or the Macaulay in space. Be like, we peaced out, bro. Hey, yo, we out.
Yep, we outie this.
You do you, dog. We out of here.
Well, we did all we did. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.
I love that.
They go,
soundboard.
we're out, bro. We're peacing out, and they just do the
Yeah, they do that
symbol,
shit.
the peace symbol, and just disappear, like the meme. Everybody's like, what? What left? What?
Yeah.
Those goddamn sons of bitches.
Weren't they supposed to like help us with something? I don't know.
They fucked off the world and done orgies in their spaceships. Goddamn hippies. That's all they do to us. Alex Jones was right. He was right all the while.
Oh,
We should have
God.
listened to him.
Yeah, so Ragnarok, I'd say is probably the bleakest of the apocalypses, but that is.
You think this was bleaker than?
It's great.
It's
great.
Well, you have Final Battlegrounds and Drab Falls.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I feel like near the there was one other ending where there's like some sort of weird treaty between the two, which doesn't seem like a very resolute ending.
Yeah, it's just like the give up ending.
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? Nobody has any reason to go on at this point. Like, why are we even still doing this? Like,
Yeah, the depression ending.
basically, yeah. I could imagine just like if you've ever played the first part of the campaign for Battlefield 1, we're at the Battle of the Somme with the Harlem Hellfighters, and you get to see like the dog tags of everybody dying, and then at the end of it, you're standing there among all the graves, everybody. A German and American point a rifle at each other, and they just look over the field and like just slowly lower the rifles. I feel like that would be that ending, where it's just like you're stumbling through the wasteland, you find one Spiral standing over there wounded, and he's just like, bro, whatever. I don't care anymore.
It's the worm and the weaver. They're just
Yeah,
sitting
but,
there and
but
they're
they
like, what have
still
we
kill
done?
him because of the crimes against humanity. Just kill him.
Yeah.
Like, we don't forget what the fuck you did, so we're gonna kill him.
Yeah. Like Ryan, what do you think? Is this a good part of the book?
Yeah, I like it. I thought it was thoroughly great, especially the part with the ratkin dying.
Yes. The rats.
They become full Skaven rats.
No, I lost my rats.
Johnny feels bad. He has no rat friends anymore.
No more Burst Bruiser. Oh, it's great.
No more Burst Bruiser. No more
No
Vast.
more friends. No more rats. No more disease.
Z's nuts.
These
3HP, what did you think of
nuts
this part?
I think it's the most internally consistent, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that bothered me. Why the fuck would Rog would throw his goddamn ball sack at the earth? I don't know why.
Well, because he's crazy.
Yes.
He's the definition of every problem. I'm a nail, and every problem is no. I'm a hammer, and every problem is a nail.
Yes. That's
Well,
100%
you see
what
the
Rog
guy
does.
looks like. Can you really blame him?
It's how fucking crazy this guy is.
Yes.
Like, bro looks like fucking Krampus's nightmare.
He looks like one of Korn's demons.
He really does, doesn't he?
Well, like we said, this is the Cornate ending.
There's a lot of similarities between him and Scarbrand. Where
Scarbrand has trouble internalizing personal achievement.
Kyle, have you seen? Do you know what Scarbrand looks like?
No, I do not.
Do you want to see him?
I may as well since you brought him up.
Yeah, Kyle, take a look at this image. Yeah, here he is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
there
looks
he
like
is.
pretty standard, like, worm beast.
Yeah,
That's
also
badass.
he also
I
knows
would
that
worship
half his
that.
face is gone.
Yeah, he's got 4 arms.
Can-
You gotta admit, he looked cool.
He's got a
Grim-
braid made
Grimmified
out
that.
of bones, which also kind of goes hard, though.
The reason why half his face is gone is because he tried stealing Korn's position from him. So that's a permanent wound on his face to remind him of what he tried to do.
Nice.
Bro got bitch slapped.
That's what happened to him.
That is
you
the
did-
bitch slap itself.
You didn't
We
close
could
my
win.
lawn chair.
You don't clean the house, bro. What the fuck you doing? Just
Got a pretty good model too.
He's got a really good design to him, doesn't he?
He does. He's very distinct.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the Barons of Hell from Doom.
Or you can
Except
imagine a boss over
worse.
this guy, right?
Yes.
That's the whole. That's her whole. Yeah, Rourke, if he was drawn in color, is what this would look like.
Yeah, that looks about right. I'd say that's
except
pretty accurate.
more furry.
Where think about like what the world would look like after Ragnarok. You live in a world where there are no Black Furies, Bonars, there are no. What was it the other tribe that's missing? Starstrutters. And the Glass Workers also just
Stargazers.
about themselves. And Stargazers
well
was
as
dead
the-
as well.
Uktena, Wendigo are still probably alive doing
yeah.
jack shit.
So that's probably like reviewing like which ones are still around. The Black
they're
Furies will
probably
become
good
the White
farms.
Furies, and eventually they will have died off. But
That's racist.
yeah, someone will have come into their place. The Children of Gaia would still be around one day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Somehow.
Yeah, they're
probably-
the hippies. They'll procreate.
Probably like a human rights group by that point. Saying that you need to treat the humans well, you can't just abuse the humans every day.
Well, yeah,
So
because
they're
then,
basically-
they turn to the worm, and then this whole shit happens all over again.
Everything would happen all over again.
So they're basically PETA, but for humans.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Speaking of,
If we're going for
Glasswalkers
circle.
definitely survive.
Yes, they survive, but they disavow themselves at the end of the book.
Yeah, at this
Where-
point they're one with the machine.
Where they're still around, but I say our job is done, and they would eventually just bleed into the other tribes.
They go with their friends to the Sons of Ether and just hang out in their underwater Atlantis cities.
Yes, and Rapture.
They go to Rapture, yes.
They're
They
not
go
going to
to
learn anything down there.
They're no gods or kings, just man.
And all the drugs you can stab into your arm.
All
Oh,
the
and werewolves
black
now.
tar heroin.
Plasmids.
All...
Hell yes.
Yeah, that's just black tar heroin with the gnosis.
Should we just not do DC 20 and just do Rage Cross Rapture instead?
That would
Cross
honestly go so unfathomably hard. I would be 100% down for that.
Yes,
That-
should I
It
tell,
could be good.
should
That
I tell
would
Sean that,
fucking rock.
It's either
DC
that or
that DC 20 is going to go last 10 sessions and we're mainly going to go to that?
it's either that or I had an idea for a game and I don't know if I want to run it or not, but I
A
wanted to
fourth
do
idea?
I wanted to do a mage werewolf game that's basically Dead Space and Threatenol.
Are you
That
sure you
sounds-
want to do
Oh
that?
hell yeah, bro! I want to be a part of that. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Because I'm gonna say you're gonna find out the hard way. Where this is I've tried running Mage 3 times and you couldn't get off the ground another time.
Well, this is why it's mage werewolf and this is why it's a survival horror game.
I would also
This is the
say
best
we're,
thing, bro.
What's that?
you know what? let's say this
Horror
thing is-
or RPGs is the best thing ever.
All right, I've 3 HPs on board. Hell yeah.
What day would you run it?
I'd probably make it a Thursday game. I'd probably make that after Rage Across LA. I'd jump the shark then, and then I'd be done.
Shit, I work Thursdays.
Damn it.
Or you can do it like in mini show.
I might actually, like, if I happen to, if like nobody has any other ideas, I might like cobble together that session because that honestly, I came up with that, and that honestly sounds like a lot of fun. But I just
sound
don't
like
build
fun.
that whole ship.
Yeah, you can do a test game to test the water, see it can float.
There's only one person in the server I know besides Storyteller that's run a Mage game successfully, and that would be Greed.
I wouldn't say successfully. It's only ran for 3 episodes, but not because I didn't know what I was doing. It was because my schedule was fucked.
I can't blame you.
That's what. So actually, I would go and I would reference Greed about that.
I probably would, but doing both a mage and werewolf at the same time would be kind of weird to do, and getting that plot to work as well. I really want to do it because I think werewolves and mages fighting just a fucking biomass in space would be awesome.
Yeah,
but I don't know how the fuck to do it.
I call dibs on mage. I want to be a mage. I call dibs.
All right, cool. Do you want to be a void engineer or do you want to be void engineer or not iteration X, virtual adept? Ether? Yeah, we could have a son of ether in there.
Probably like a combination of progenitor and iteration, just with nanites. Create machines with my hands.
Yeah, I could make. So you can make.
What's my source? I made it the fuck up.
You want to see my nanites? You want to see my sword?
That's an excellent point, Senator. You got a source for that? My source is I made it the fuck up.
With the Fianna. They have a show at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be like Senator Armstrong and Generator Rex combined.
It's going to be awesome. Sorry.
The Fianna have Australia where they finally get away from the Gethfrimmers, and the Gethfrimmers start telling them that they're wrong about everything. They're just going to be second fiddle for the rest of their lives.
Hey, we got a place for our own. That's all we ever wanted. We're good.
That's the sidekick, bro. You're going to get out of their shadow.
And then we got the Gethfrimmers. Well, they keep their homeland, but we now have the new Jungle Wolf.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because Golgo's down there.
Yeah. We get the Jungle Boogie.
Jungle Boogie.
You and me, we're gonna fight some Fenris.
We get to play that song on a loop at 10 volume.
I want to be like you.
George of the Jungle is just to get a Fenris.
Yeah, that's it.
Watch out for that worm.
And then the fucking Red Talons are dead.
Yes, they're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah,
where they belong.
Dead as fuck.
Back to
that's why your Red Talon dead. Dead as hell. What kind of shoes they wear?
Red Talon, these nuts, bitch.
The Shellers are in control. So the way I'm looking at this, how it's set up, where Tina were always playing on the Helter Skelter ring, everyone else that wasn't them. But there'll be 3 different coronations by this point, where you would have the Tendo and the Wendigo up north in America, and whatever land they section out for themselves in Asia, what remains of it, and what remains of Africa, where you would have that, where it would just be older and younger brother. Then you would have the Fianna by themselves down in Australia, and then the rest of the nation would be a combination of Shadow Lords, Children of Gaia, Gethfenris, and then whatever the Glass Orcas reform as.
And the veil will be broken as well, so no more hiding.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. You will have to be in. You can't be around in cross form all the time because delirium is still in effect.
But at this point, who fucking cares, bro? Like they're the apex. They control everyone.
You can do whatever
it's
you want.
It's hard
dog.
to have the human slaves do what they're supposed to do when they keep freaking out when they see you in cross form.
If they freak out, kill them. If they freak out, kill them, and let the stronger survive.
We'll have Machine Messiah make the human printer.
Yeah, just let the strong bloodline survive. The superior genes.
Where Ryan, did you watch Blade Runner 2049?
No.
Where there's a scene at Ryan where you get to see it's a company that makes clones called Weyland
Yutani.
Yeah, and
that's Alien.
No, that's Alien. That's Alien.
Oh no, Tyrell Corp. That's it.
Yeah. Where it's
Tyrell.
Yep.
Where you get to see how they make a human, and it's this fully grown human that's inside of like this plastic bag, like they're laminated, and they just open up the bottom of it, and the human just spills out, and it has the intelligence of a baby because they haven't installed anything into its brain yet. And so it's just you can just do that with the Machine Messiah.
That's kind of terrifying.
Is new human? You can just make a new human.
The human
new
printer.
AI.
And
they're gonna do like they're gonna do like a new patch of humans. That's the patch notes for new humans.
Patch notes for humans 3.0.
They patched them out.
If they took a Loon Stone, if they took one of the shards of Luna and then rolled it over to Houston to be next to Machine Messiah, the level of power that thing would be on.
That'd be then it would be Am.
By that point, it would just
At that point,
it would fuse with the Moonstone monolith to become this giant tower.
It would just be
Yeah.
Am, and that would just undo all of the progress that you've made through the course of the apocalypse.
Well, like Am, Machine Messiah has actually been, shows gratitude to the humans that made it.
you know what the Machine Messiah would be? He would be like the God Machine from Chronicles of Darkness at this point.
The God Machine. I hate that plot point so much.
Except he wouldn't be evil. He would just be like doing his job.
As it turns out, you weren't playing Vampire the entire time. You were playing The Matrix the whole time.
Whoa.
This entire game is The Matrix. You've been blue-pilled this entire time.
We spilled it, and it was just, oops, all Mage the Ascension.
All Matrix.
Yeah, bro, if you're in that universe and be like, God damn, Andrew Tate was right. I was wrong. The Matrix is real.
You just go ahead and get the blue pill.
Wait, Andrew Tate or Alex Jones?
Both.
Yes.
Alex Tate.
Alex Tate.
They're both the same
terrible.
person. Alex Jones is just Andrew Tate wearing a bodysuit.
They did the fusion dance to become Alex Tate.
That's
Alex Tate.
I would
the one true incel.
Oh my. Oh my god.
I want to see one of our subscribers just combine these two and like those face apps that fuse you together.
No,
I have a friend of mine from Canada that already says that like Alex Jones, when he shaves his head, he looks exactly like Baron Harkonnen from Dune.
Yeah, he is not looking good.
No, he is not. He really is.
He is not looking good.
After all the lawsuits he had, I can't imagine he would be.
Yeah, he looks like he just smoked 50 pounds of black tar heroin with cocaine. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's happy.
Bro, not doing too good.
I think he's dissociating from reality at this point.
Well, he's always done that, but now it's just more intense.
I really do have an issue with the guy because the man discredited the entire right. By like you said the thing you said about the school, and then because of that, every single right winger now has to fight uphill battle because they're dealing with your bad reputation. Where whatever point you try to say, you'll get thrown in their face as an ad hominem attack.
That's life, bro. Just one mistake, and they lord over you for the rest of your life.
It's like the right wing is wearing the boots right now in 2025. But when 2028 flips around, the left is going to put the boots on, and they're never coming off.
Bro, the leftists are just a bunch of goddamn collectivist envy pussies at this point.
It's what's going to happen, and the pussies are going to win. It's going to happen.
I don't know. Not unless the right fucks up royally, like they do something incredibly stupid.
What we just did.
Well, I mean, the fact that, we elected all these folks in that said they were going to drain the swamp and everything, and then, pardon Diddy, and then refused to release the Epstein files, and then is trying to, push for Russia to end the war by selling them our natural resources. There's a lot of...
As it turns out, we elected a false messiah.
Oh, of course you fucking did. And, when I said anything about it, people didn't say shit. But now you're like, oh, wow, he's not doing anything of what he said. Motherfucker, whose fault is that?
Eventually it's going to get to the point where Kyle ends up in front of a gun and he has to renounce his Judaism.
Yeah, I'm terrified for that
Don't
day.
Don't be like Kurt Cobain, bro.
No. Somebody else is going to try to kill me.
It's that period of the 100 years again. Aren't we happy?
Defend yourself.
Oh no, I plan on going and get my firearms license at some point soon.
1938 is going to be 2038 is going to be even crazier than 1938.
Yeah, because we got nuclear weapons this time.
Yeah,
and AI deep fakes of politicians.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't live in I live in the Middle East. Like the shit that you guys have is like, I look at it like, what the fuck what are they doing over there? At least they're like sorting yourself out and not become like Britain over there with the bullshit migration bullshit.
Yeah. Whatever problems we have here in America, Britain has 10 times worse.
Well, yeah, they already have the 1984 Orwellian government.
This is literally 1984.
It actually is. I've seen the shit there. It's terrifying.
Like, bro, why do you think we don't have the problems that Britain have? We fucking send them all out or we kill them. Like, we don't have these
happened,
problems. We kill them or
you're not
deport
wrong.
them. We just send them to Britain because Britain wants to be politically correct. It's like, you think you know us? You
So
think
you
you
guys
know
over there
us, the Middle
chilling.
East, more than us?
Yes,
Are you stupid?
You guys are
When
chilling
life gives
over
you
there.
lemons.
Oh my god, that's
You
funny.
guys in your goddamn pearly gates, you don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. We deported these motherfuckers because they goddamn radicals. You said we kicked them out or killed them. Why do you take them in? They kill your citizens and rape them. Are you stupid?
Yes, they are very, very, very stupid.
We're seeing a Brian shirt that says this is literally 1984 as we speak.
Yes.
Like, bro, I've seen so much fucking hating your own race than these goddamn liberal dumbasses.
They are pretty fucking
God
stupid.
damn, you hate yourself so much that you fucking let your own people die for no apparent reason. Like, goddamn.
And you're gonna foster all that hatred, let it fester, and then it's just gonna be a billion times worse than.
If you got hate in your heart, let that hate out.
And then what's gonna happen? You think there's gonna be a new Hitler? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
We refuse to learn the mistakes of our past time and time
He's
again.
gonna put an S in front of his name this time.
Shitler, yes.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
he's
gonna be the Duke
Hitler. He's
Nukem
gonna
in
be
that one.
Hitler at this point.
Yo, Shitler. Ah, scheiße. Pussy.
Yeah, you're gonna have fucking Hitler with his political correctness. Like, guys, we're gonna kill all the minorities. They're too different. We need to bow down to them by killing them. We're the superior ones. We have the
manifest.
they have literally the liberal version of the white man's burden. We have to elevate the other races. Like, goddamn, what the fuck you're doing? Let us be.
Horseshoe theory is a very, very real thing. It feels sometimes it's kind of fucked. Okay.
Yeah. You stare at the abyss too long, you become Hitler. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's the best quote ever.
You become fascist, but in like a political bullshit correctness way.
Yeah. Oh my god. Time of the apocalypse.
Fix your own shit. Fix your own goddamn shit, and then you can talk shit. But not now. You only eat dirt. When you talk shit, you eat shit, and you're eating fucking a megaton of shit.
Yes.
With your goddamn crimes and your leaders being fucking pussies.
So where were we at in times of apocalypse? Where are we at on this? On the episode?
We're in with fix your shit.
We're at the point where we're going to say we've gone over all 4 can scenarios.
Yes.
We've gone over.
We're in this scenario. Fuck around and find out.
Yes.
So with Ryan, you've been here for all 4 episodes that we've done so far. You've been here for about Last Battleground, A Tribe Falls, Weaver Sending, and Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So Ryan, out of those 4, which one has been the best? Just think about this one. Think about it. Gotta think about it. Gotta think.
Let Bro cook. Weaver Sending?
Weaver Sending?
Weaver Sending, yeah.
Yes. Alright, so you're about Weaver Sending. Kyle's about Weaver Sending. I'm about Ragnarok. 3 HP, what about you?
I think I'm on Ragnarok personally. I like that all hell comes loose. You gotta like hell balls deep in the fucking Malfi as we go. We need to fucking win or we die. Like this is like
the end. Wolf spirit at the very end.
Like this is like the most consistent, like in the writing at least on like previous editions. Like this is what would happen if like the world continued without any intervention.
Mm-hmm. And Storyteller, what about you between these?
I think my dog farted.
Yes.
That is a good scenario. That is a good scenario.
Yes.
That is what Rog did.
The red talon leaned over, spread his ass, and farted. And then using the gift he learned from the methane spirit, set that fart on fire and it ignited the atmosphere.
Yeah, the red talon said, "Eat my talon, bitch."
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
And that's how the world happens.
That's how it is.
All right, can the world keep spinning again?
Oops, another gas leak.
Gas leak.
we're not gonna get an answer at it. We'll post. We'll post
He pleads the fifth. He's waiving his Miranda rights.
Storyteller.exe has stopped working.
Yes.
But in all seriousness, Weaver Ascended is the closest thing we're getting to a good ending out of a game called Werewolf the Apocalypse. Let's be fair here.
We were just ending with the lover's quarrel ending.
Yeah, the ending of the worm and the Weaver banging. That's best you got. Ragnarok? This is the bad ending.
But also the canonic ending, I'd say.
The other nation gets everything they want in this ending.
Yeah,
that doesn't necessarily mean it's
Werewolf
good.
the Apocalypse.
And even then, with the Weaver version, the Weaver gets her shit together and actually becomes a good person again.
Yeah.
After like thousands of years
of torment, yes, and insanity.
Finally, someone knocked some sense into her.
It took one conversation with the Glassworkers to realize that maybe she was wrong.
Why they didn't do that sooner?
She finally had her intervention.
Well, it was because of money. That's why. The Glassworkers wanted to make money, so they made the corporate wolves. That's what got away with it.
Well, I mean, there's no corporations anymore, so I guess they couldn't fucking do that, huh?
We need some money.
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 It is fun to do that.
Money.
Anyway, so yeah, me personally, we're all in agreement that, like, you know, Weaver Ascending would be supposing that the Garrow win. Weaver Ascending would be the good ending. However,
there's no Guru around because the Weaver, like the Balance Worm, comes out and destroys everything.
However, you know, Ragnarok would be both the bad ending, but also, strangely enough, the canonic ending for Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Yeah, the most accurate ending for Werewolf the Apocalypse. Nor forget the Apocalypse.
Yes.
Well, when you compare the back of the book scenarios with these, where Ascension and Mage Ascension is rough, and then. You compare this with Crucible of God, where to skip a little bit in the Gehenna book about Crucible of God. The final scene in Crucible of God is your player coterie after La Sombra blew out the sky for 3 weeks and Zemichi assimilated everything and got smoked by God. Your coterie are the only people left on a planet that is completely black where the sun is burnt out. So your only options are let yourself be diabolized, or go into torpor, and that's it. That's how Crucible of God ends.
And Mage, the end times for Mage is basically like an anime plot at that point. Like everything's shit. Like the god of magic becomes here. He's part of the entropy itself. What the fuck gonna do? Like,
just becomes a mess.
That is a can of worms.
Like Mage Ascension does end the best in terms of like everybody benefits something from here, but World of the Apocalypse is honestly one of the second best endings in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about Gehenna, we'll give it some time. We'll get around to talking about Gehenna soon. But we're going to talk about a few fan scenarios for World of the Apocalypse. And I invite you, anyone in the server, and anyone in the comments to send us a few ideas about the apocalypse, and we'll go over them.
Yes. How does the world end in your canonic World of Darkness ending?
And there we have it.
Keywords. Put it in the comments.
Yes.
Because we want it to spread like a wildfire.
And we want to spread like your legs.
Engage with the video, goddammit.
You want to hear my version? My what do you call end of time scenario?
Send us a letter about it and we'll read it over in the episode.
No, it's just simple.
What's the simple ending? Give us the abbreviated version.
Samuel Haight returns.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
The plot might be. I can work with that.
Oh man.
Oh, see, there's some potential.
And it gets all the skins and becomes a giant ball of skin.
Yeah, it becomes the strongest and challengest god himself.
He's the jar of dirt.
He becomes Skinny Man. That's what happens. It's all right. Cut the line. This is the end of the episode. We're done.
All right. Good night,
That's
everybody.
all, folks.
All right, we're done.
That's all.
All right. GN, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good
Drink
night
water.
and drink water.